Good evening, good evening, good evening. Once again, welcome to midweek action right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium Technical Center. And while we may have been bringing you the male senior division continuation, we are certainly on tab for the opening of the female tournament. That's the Anguilla Female Football League. And this evening we are featuring the match the youngsters playing the Little Soldiers. Again, we want to say good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of AI Live of football action right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. Your commentator this evening is Tony Fleming, and I'll be bringing you ball by ball commentary as this match unfolds. Match already in progress. It's the youngsters in the orange and black. They are playing from the left of screen to our right. The Little Soldiers in the traditional red from the right of screen to left. The referee this evening is Mr. Kamal Harden Hodge, and we will get you the team sheet in just a tidbit, but it's the opening, the start of the Anguilla Female Football League right here, the senior division that is, right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center on this beautiful Wednesday evening, the 26th day of April. So its position is dispossessed there. Here is Little Soldiers. And the Little Soldiers still with the ball in the back. Number 9 trying to play out one back there by the youngsters. And loses possession there. And again, the defense for the Little Soldiers comes wide. And number 26, he's been challenged there and eventually loses it. It's going to be a throw-in there to the Little Soldiers. We've played some 3 minutes into the 4th minute of play. And this opening encounter here again. An attack being mounted, but loses possession there again is the Little Soldiers. Here is the youngsters. Well, eventually KK there trying to keep the ball in play, and according to Mr. Kamal Harden Hodge, it's an infringement there. Is that an infringement? It's an infringement. Here is Kamisha. Try to find the player there, but the ball is being won there by the number 26 player, but again loses it. And number 19, that looks like Isa, puts it into touch. And so the throw in there by the Little Soldiers. And the ball is being put into touch off of the number 13 player there. And so again, it's going to be a throw in there for the youngsters. Again, the ball is being put into touch again. So just early days yet, and both teams trying to find their footing, especially in the midfield. But so far, play has been concentrated in the defensive third there of the Little Soldiers. Here is K on the throw-in. Ball being pushed in to the center of defense there, but coming away with it. Number 5, she loses out, and here's a shot and goal, but the goalkeeper collects cleanly. No damage. The youngsters, you see the youngsters coach, just coming from seminar here, and you can hear the spectators in the stands. Here is the youngsters. The ball being put into touch for a throw in there to the youngsters. Here is an attack being mounted there by the little soldiers. Ball coming out. Esther Ward coming and collecting. And see Daniel Connor there. Yes. Here is the youngsters again. Ball booted upfield, partially blocked there. And booted upfield there by the defense there for the youngsters. The youngsters key handles the position in midfield. Finds the center forward there, but she can't control. Coming away with it. Good move there from that player there for the little soldiers. But again, in an offside position there is the player. So it's going to be an offside kick. It's into the 8th minute of play. Still 0-0 here. Here is the ball being booted upfield from that offside spot kick and put into touch for throwing there to the youngsters. Again, further up the field. Here's Daniel Connor. Turns. Wearing the number 2 jersey. Pushed this in midfield. Number 5. She boots the ball across further to the right side midfield. But just a little too far forward for the unrushing player there. And can't collect. Here is the youngsters coming away with it again. But Daniel recovers possession. And she's been dispossessed again. Here is the little soldiers again. Trying to push the ball forward, but given away there. The youngsters, the ball's being pushed down the left side there and put into touch for a throw-in. The youngsters team sees Carissa Benjamin, number 6, number 15, Tamia Brooks, number 2, Michaela Connor, number 1, Venerje Hunkins, number 19, Antoinette Isaac. And this is going to be a goal kick as I break momentarily. Number 28, Shamikia Lake. Number 11, Sharice Richardson. Number 16, Salasia Richardson Phillip. Number 4, Jayanka Fleming, Richardson Fleming. Number 8, Shakila Romney. And number 26, Kiana Vanderpool. And Esther Ward wears the number 21 shirt in goal. Here is the youngsters. The ball pushed outside for throwing by the player there wearing the number 4 jersey in Janica Fleming, Richardson Fleming, Janica Richardson Fleming. Throw taken, the ball bobbles over Connor's head. She does get a boot in it and can't control, and the ball is being pushed upfield in play, and the player there wearing the number 19 shirt for the Little Soldiers in the person of Kelia Arturo. just allow the ball to roll over the touchline. Here's a throw in, control and boot it upfield. But there is Kerisa is some distance away from the Turo there. Again, trying to push the ball through is the youngsters. Here is Sharice, but she's dispossessed. Ball rolls straight to the player there for on the far side and eventually booted away. For the break-in transmission there, and there's team shot on goal collected there by the goalkeeper. She puts the ball upfield. The Little Soldiers team sees number 19 Kalia Turo, number that looks like 131. Not sure what that number is, but here is the number 26 player there in Tejani Rogers going upfield. Picks up there by the number 23 player there. She boots the ball upfield. Esther Wards covers and smothers cleanly. Number 11 and number 31, as the case may be, number 18. That looks like number 18. That's just Anicia Benassi. Number 2, Daniel Connor. Number 5, Lamara Harrigan. Number 3, Zelia Harrigan. Number 26, Tejani Rogers. Number 9, Michaela Romney. Number 1, Casilda Thomas in goal. And wearing the number 13 shirt, Quanisha Wilson. Here's a shot and goal, and the ball rolls straight into the hands of the keeper. There, Casilda. She boots the ball upfield. Headed away there by Sharice Richardson. Two players going at it. Here is Kerisia trying to turn, but can't get around the defense there for the Little Soldiers. And that player there certainly wearing braids covering her number. And so we'll get her name for you shortly. Here is the Little Soldiers mounting an attack. Number 23. She boots the ball upfield, but only to find the boot there of the defense there for the youngsters. Here is the youngsters now, goes to the far side. The player trying to get around the defense there. She still has the ball in position, squares, but only to the Zelia Harrigan, who is in defense. Here is a good move there by Little Soldiers, but Connor can't pick the ball up, and Shakila does so now. She puts the ball upfield. Here is Harrigan again. Little looping pass there, but she recovers position, loses it there. Here's the ball being pushed through there by the youngsters and goes straight in the hands of Calcilda, who's in goal. Number 18, that's Benassi, yes. The ball has been booted upfield by Harrigan. Sharice Richardson collects. But attempting to pass there to the player there, but can't get onto it, and the ball goes over the touchline for a throw-in. 15 into the 16th minute of play. Still 0-0 in our opening match of the AFL Female Senior Division. And this evening we featuring the match the youngsters versus the little soldiers. And I think that the youngsters in last year's competition will have copped the third spot. Here is an attack mounted there by the little soldiers and thwarted there by Romney. So we will look to see which one of these teams will get the goal scoring off. Here is Little Soldiers dispossessed there, and an infringement there. The number 5 player there for the Little Soldiers in Lamara Harrigan. Here is Romney. She boots the ball upfield, controlled there by the number 26 player there for the youngsters in Vanterpool, and there's an attack cut out there, but still with the ball is the Little Soldiers. Connor passes back there to Harrigan, and the ball eventually goes into touch for a throw-in for the Little Soldiers. Throw taken quickly, but can't keep the ball in play. Rogers not able to keep the ball in play, and it's going to be a throw-in there. As the ball is being retrieved there by Richardson Fleming. Big throw upfield, and Alicia Richardson Phillips can't control. Ball throwing. Daniel Connor. She does have position now. Turns. Passes it there to Richardson Fleming. Here is Sharice Richardson. Pushes the ball further to the right. And the ball will touch inside. TSK, but loses out. Still the youngsters with position. She cuts across. And the ball cleared away there by the defense there for the youngsters. And eventually a cross coming in, but the goalkeeper picks up and she just boots the ball. It's a couple of paces away from her goal. And there's some mix up there. Here is Little Soldiers cut out, and eventually ball goes in. Ball has been touched by Vanterpool across the touch line. You see throw taken. Harrigan and Charis. Isa boots the ball upfield. And the further pushes it on the far side, but the defense for Little Soldiers just coming across and averting the danger, putting it into touch for a throw-in. So the referees Kamal Harden Hodge. He's assisted by K. Paul and K. Garvey, and Monique Carty is the 4th official. Got certainly a few spectators in for this match. It's the female division of the AFL 2023 season, and kicking off with the youngsters versus the Little Soldiers. The youngsters versus the Little Soldiers. Little Soldiers didn't have too much of a good showing in last year's competition, and he'll be looking to make amends here in this year's 2023 championship. The youngsters, on the other hand, They were right there, knocking there and about, but lost some key games as well. That could have probably seen them being pushed to the uh, third, the second spot to the championship. That was won by the Superstars, and they have been dominating this competition for quite some time. And we'll see whether or not the structure and the setup for this season will remain the same. But in the meantime, here is the Little Soldiers position. But good defensive, good hard defensive work there. Still not out of the woods. Fleming Richardson loses the ball there to that's the number 26 player there in Rogers. Again, ball being booted upfield, partially headed there into the center, and back over trying to find K, and that player there wearing the Anisha wearing the number 13 shirt puts the ball into play. Here is K, cuts around, he's been hounded, loses position now, but still not out of the danger area, and eventually the ball goes across the goal line, and it's going to be a corner kick there to the youngsters. So if you've just joined us, we want to say welcome once again for AI live coverage action right here at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. On our midweek match, we are featuring the female division for 2023, the opening season. And it's the youngsters playing in the orange and black versus the little soldiers in the red with white strips down the sides. Here is a corner kick taken, a short one. She finds Shari's. Shari's back to K. She cuts inside and crosses, and can't keep the ball in play there. Was Benassi, and it's another corner kick. Maybe should be taken by Sharice Richardson because she kicks the ball more powerfully than K. Here's a short corner. Back to K. K cuts around the defense there. Wilson, but can't. So now here's an opportunity, but cut out there. Good defensive work there in the end. Looks like from Connor. Not out of the woods yet, but here is the Little Soldiers coming away with it. This possesses the ball there from Little Soldiers. The ball's been booted upfield. Romney clears, but the ball's just rebounds from the compatriot. And a good idea, but not on the same page. It was Carissa there. And you can see the player there saying, well, looking to really spring you through. And that's Vanterpool, who wears the number 26 shirt. It's a goal kick here, Shari's. Cuts across field. Boots the ball across to the right side. And again, it's a weak pass there from the youngsters coming away with it. It's the Little Soldiers there. Rogers trying to get past the defense there for the youngsters. Ball's booted upfield. Richardson Fleming can't control. Good move there by Rogers. Connor has some space and some speed as well. She cuts back. It comes all the way back to Rogers. And Rogers goes in the middle, there in the center to Harrigan. Harrigan gives the ball away, but recovers possession. And it's going to be a throw in there to the youngsters. Into the 26th minute of play. still all square here. And there's an infringement there, handball there by Kamal Harden Hodge. Well, adjudged there by the referee in Kamal Harden Hodge. Here is the ball being booted upfield, cleared away. Still, the youngsters picks up position now. Here comes the youngsters down the left side. She has space, does get past the defender there on the right side of defense. She's cutting inside, chips it inside, but not getting the direction and the power that she was searching for. And it's going to be did it take a deflection? Well, it appears as though it took a deflection, and so it's going to be a corner kick there to the youngsters, and most likely that's the reason why the ball took that trajectory across the goal line. So it's going to be a corner kick into the 27th minute of play. It's still 0-0. The youngsters in the orange and black versus the little soldiers in the red. Here is a corner kick taken. K has possession, finds the player. Here is a shot, but from Sharice Richardson that goes over the bar, and a goal kick. So here is the little soldiers trying to play out from the back. Little soldiers still trying to play from the back, but ball goes out for a throw-in. Connor controls. Gets the return pass. Connor, she's pushing forward, but she's met there by Shakila. Shakila misses, and Connor had an easy opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net from that mistake, an error there from Romney, and she made a meal of it, hitting it into the side netting. So that could have been the open goal there for the little soldiers. And see Coach Collins saying should have certainly done better than that, and live to fight another day. It's the youngsters. And here is Shakila Romney, puts the ball upfield, just outside of the area, still not out of the woods, but in the end the ball has been pushed away and goes over the touchline for a throw-in. So it's good. Hard-fought battle here in midfield, and seeing some efforts being mounted on goal, but so far none of the shots has caused any problems there to the either of the goalkeepers. Here can't control the ball there. The number 19 player there in Arturo. She puts it out for a throw. Throw taken. Ball is still in play. Two players hustling for it. Eventually the ball is booted upfield and running onto it now. Good push, good forward movement, go across goal, but not the power, but it was a good move there by the youngsters midfield player. They're getting around the defense, but in the end, just the final touch there just let her down a bit. Here is the little soldiers trying to mount an attack from their right side. Yeah, was being booted in field. Picked up there by Isa, but she loses out. Daniel Connor pushes it through. And the little soldiers again trying to mount an attack. Cross coming in, missed by the player there first time, but booted away there by the defense there for youngsters. Here is the little soldiers again, but eventually the ball is being given away. Sharice Richardson trying to find the player over there on the left side of midfield, but the pass is just a little bit on the heavy side of it, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in. So still no goals yet. That one really good opportunity there for the little soldiers, Connor, but she couldn't really divert it into goal. Instead, diverting it into the side netting. So it's a throw-in on the far side for the little soldiers. Throw taken, and miscued clearance there, but picked up there by the little soldiers. Boots the ball upfield, and here again, Sharice Richardson coming over with it. She pushes it down the line, cuts inside there. Good move there, but blocked there by like Harrigan, and eventually the ball's been booted upfield again. Here is a push through. Esther Ward comes out and clears, but that could have been dangerous. Connor picks up now, trying to find the player on the far side. She pushes it inside, looking for one of her players, but can't do so. Here is the little soldiers coming over with it. Little soldiers, the youngsters. Beg your pardon. Still youngsters again. As a shot and goal, not a powerful one. Gums picks up, clears away. And only to find the boot there of the youngsters player in number 26 there, Vanterpool. Here is K. She's blocked. Wilson boots the ball upfield. Here come Rogers. Rogers goes inside. The ball to Rogers again. She has some space. She's been confronted there by Shaquila Romney. And she cuts back and gives the ball straight away there to the youngsters player. But Harrigan intercepts, and the ball being pushed in field. Here's an opportunity. And Ward was coming out, and empty net there. All she had to do is guide it into goal, but instead she dragged it wide, and it's going to be a goal kick. Is that the number 17? The player there wearing the number 17 shirt. I'm certainly not seeing her on this list. She's wearing number 17 shirt. I've seen number 17 number here listed on the list, but here is the youngsters again. The ball has been knocked into touch for a throw-in. Richardson Fleming finds here's challenging midfield. Sharice pushes it in. Here is the ball being taken inside. The defense coming up and coming up strong there for the little soldiers, and it's going to be a corner kick. I think it's probably the fourth corner kick of this match for the youngsters. They haven't gotten anything to show for it as yet. Into the 36th minute of play, so just another 9 minutes. Some to go. Well, 8 and some. Corner kick taken and ball put out for throwing. So throw eventually taken now and cleared away. Fine, Isa boots the ball upfield. Sharice Richardson trying to find the player there on the far side, and she's been tripped up, and it's an infringement there on the part there of the defender there for the Little Soldiers. It's going to be a free kick. Just about some 8 yards away from the corner flag across the box area. So it's Sharice Richardson over the ball, and she probably will be looking to for an in-swinging free kick there. There is a player on the far post there for the Little Soldiers. Here Sharice Richardson cleared away, but still with it. Here's Kay Sharice, a shot blocked, still not out of trouble, and eventually Gums comes and cleans up the ball, collects and boots it upfield. Here is the Little Soldiers. They on the attack again as we into the 38th minute of play. Still 0-0. Daniel Connor pushes the ball wide. And here is a foot race between two players. Well, no, Little Soldiers player is all over there by herself, and she boots the. Well, she tries to cross, but Romney, who is in the way, just pushed it out on the far side for a throw-in there to the Little Soldiers. Well, taking a while for players to find the ball, but it's going to be a throw-in. Good crowd on hand to watch this opening fixture in the female division. Last night we did broadcast the match live between the Diamonds FC and the Uprising. Uprising coming away winners 2-1. And here is the youngsters. Ball's cut inside. K picks up. Cut out there. Here's Wilson. She's been challenged. Wilson goes back there to. Well, that's Rogers goes back to Wilson. And the ball's being pushed to Rogers, but Rogers been hounded there. And Richardson Fleming boots the ball upfield. Here is Venassi. Loses out. Still playing from the back. There is the Little Soldiers. Wilson eventually now boots the ball upfield. Romney controls with her chest and pushes it further into the center, but Harrigan loses out to Richardson. Here is Richardson trying to return the favor there to the player wearing the number 22 shirt. And there's an infringement. So into the 41st minute of play, it's still all square, 0-0. 0-0 in the opening fixture. The youngsters. It's going to be a free kick. Ball pushed to Rogers. She controls nicely, but can't find Connor. Ball is stripped in there by number 26 in Vanterpool. Again, coming away with it is Harrigan this time though. Harrigan boots the ball upfield on the far side. The two players, Isa getting onto it now, and she loses possession. And some good shielding there by the player there for the Little Soldiers. Here is Connor. She comes inside, pushes it there to all and offside. Offside position. Here's a free kick been taken over. Ball been allowed to roll there in defense. And now coming over with it is the but loses possession there, regains possession again, but just give the ball away there. Number 18, Benassi. Richardson picks it up. Find the player wearing number 22 shirt. She is making a move forward. Eventually, ball's been pushed into the box, and Caselda Gums just coming off a line and collects cleanly. She boots the ball upfield. Isa has a little faint head pushed to. Here is Rogers. She's dispossessed the ball, been pushed upfield again, collected nicely. Richardson. She does push the ball in field here, and in the end, Gums again, just coming off a line and really collecting cleanly. You can hear the spectators shouting, and really a good little crowd here looking at the female division, the opening match between these two teams, the Little Soldiers and the Youngsters, looking to see who will grab all 3 points. Here is the Little Soldiers. There's a shot and goal, and that's going to be a goal kick as we head to the halfway point of this opening encounter. It's the opening match for the 2023 female season of the AFL. Little Soldiers taking on the Youngsters, and so far it's been even Steven. Some good efforts on attack been mounted, but so far nothing to really trouble both keepers. Here is the Youngsters coming away with it. Kay's been just pushed from the back. This possession here picks up. There is the Little Soldier. She cuts inside and almost giving the ball away. Richardson comes further to the right side. Ball's been challenged there by Benassi, and in the end, she puts it into touch for a throw-in. Taken quickly. Well blocked. Here is Rogers. Rogers, she's looking up, looking for player. Rogers again does good work to get around Richardson Fleming. She cuts inside. Zelia Harrigan can't control. Shaquila Romney to the rescue, but she only boots it as far as the Rogers cuts inside, looking to find that's kind of running from the back, kind of pushing it through. Maybe looking for a player to run onto it, but the ball goes straight to Esther. It probably might have been better served winding up a shot from that distance after having done all that hard work. And you can see a bit of a tactical change here by Coach Liddy. When the Connor started at the top of in the striking position, but she's gone more in like the defensive midfield position now. And there you have it. It's the end of the first half in the opening encounter of this opening match in the female division. It is the Little Soldiers versus the Youngsters, and at half time it's 0-0. We will take a quick break and be back with you in about 8 minutes time.
suspicious activity. Together, we can protect our community. If you see something, say something, and let us know.
Welcome back to the second half coverage of live action here midweek, the start of the female division, senior division for 2023. It's the youngsters versus the little soldiers. And at halftime, we were all square and still are all square here at 0-0 as we get into the second half of this match. Your commentator this evening is Tony Fleming, and we are happy to be bringing you live coverage of football action here, female division in the AFL 2023 season. Seeing some substitute. One substitute, one halftime substitute there for the youngsters. And it's the youngsters, Sharice Richardson. She gives the ball away there to the number 9 player there in Romney. Eventually the ball's been booted upfield. Control there in midfield there by the youngsters. But again, just exchanging position quite frequently here. These two teams. Here is Romney. She goes across to Richardson Fleming. She boots the ball upfield there, but cut out. Here is Rogers trying to grab a hold of it. The ball is eventually pushed upfield. Romney chases and does recovers position now. She's been still challenged there and she's been pushed back towards her goal. And eventually I'm saying, players, I need some more help. And I can't do anything about that, but just to push it in touch. So, we'll see whether or not these two teams, which one will be the first to at least get off the scoring sheet here. Romney pushed the ball away for a corner again. I think this is going to be the first corner of the match for the little soldiers. Corner kick taken. Here is the little soldiers. The ball being pushed across field, cleared away there by Richardson Fleming. And again, it's going to be a throw in there to the little soldiers. They are looking to push them out of the attack. I must say it's a really, really big squad there. A big squad for the youngsters. It's almost as though that they have a second team on their bench. They are the first 11 on the pitch already. And looking at the pitch, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players out there on the bench still. So quite a large squad. Here is the youngsters, but stripped away there. Connor coming away with position. The ball's been booted up. Well, Connor just picks up now and eventually trying to find the teammates over on the far side, and Rogers loses possession and it's a throw-in. Here is the youngsters. Sharice boots the ball upfield, but there is no one there. Isa picks up, finds Sharice again. Sharice chips the ball over, and Benassi doing good defensive work there. Here is the player there, number 22. Coming away with it, there is the Sharice. She's been Sharice. Now she finds help. The control at Connor pushes the ball
trying to find that player there, but Romney picks up. Isa has it now. She's dribbling, cuts inside, trying to find Sharice, but the ball's cut out there by Harrigan. And again, miscontrol Richardson. Here is number 17. There, good footwork there by the player and pushes it down to Connor. This could be serious. This could be trouble. But Romney comes across, gets around. Connor gets around. Still Connor with the ball, and eventually running out of gas. She's on her hand. She's saying, "Where is the help?" Runs out of gas. Ball's been pushed upfield. Can't get the name of that player. She wearing number 22 shots. I'm not seeing it on the score sheet here for the youngsters. Ball eventually been pushed away, but only as far as youngsters player there again. Richardson in midfield picks up. Can't control. Again, Richardson recovers possession and boots the ball upfield. And no one far forward. So they just have to really get some passes stringing together and being more on the same page, getting a lot closer. Here is a good move from the number 9 player there in the person of Romney. The ball's Esther Ward coming out, and no, she's a little bit prone to injuries. Yeah, clearing and probably maybe just pulling something there. She hops back in goal there, just flexing that right knee. Yeah. So a spot of bother. So that throw will have to be retaken. Ball being chipped inside, cleared away area by Romney. Yeah. Lamara Harrigan. Here is K. Picks the ball up, pushes it upfield. Good move there by still cutting in, but Benassi coming across and cleaning up on the defensive end of things. And it's going to be a throw-in. Again, with possession is the youngsters. Sharice. Richardson Fleming picks up, goes wide, but cut out there by Rogers. Rogers pushes it on the inside. Ball been cut inside, but find the boot of Romney playing in central defense. And she pushes it through now. Here is the youngsters. They're looking to mount an attack and goal. Youngster, she's going further away from goal. Does cross, try to find K, but the ball has been booted into touch for a throw in there. It's a throw taken, and again puts it across the touchline there for a throw in. Into the 54th minute of play, still 0-0. Here is the youngsters. Cross, Little Soldiers coming away with it, but again loses possessions. Still not out of the woods, still in the defensive area. Here is the Little Soldiers. Good cut back pass there. Connor, now she has possession. She pushes it forward, and aimless pass there by Lamara Harrigan. This is K. Cuts inside Benjamin. Benjamin returns, Richardson returns the pass to Benjamin. Benjamin trying to get around the defense there and loses possession. The referee says play on. And eventually the ball being pushed up there to that, does it look like Rogers? And again, pushed away. Good turn there. Good pass. Good pass. But well shielded there by the defense there for the little soldiers. That looked like Benash is doing a good, wonderful job in defense. Here is Rogers cuts down the right side, trying to find Connor. Connor cuts inside nicely, but that player is certainly too far forward there in the person there of Romney, way too far forward, and she has been called for an offside. Still 0-0. I haven't seen any real threat and goal so far between these two teams. Most of the play has been concentrated in the midfield area and in the defensive area, but nothing to show for yet. That one chance. Here is Lamara Harrigan. She pushes it to find Daniel Connor. Daniel Connor cuts to, but a good cutout there. Good cutout there from Romney. That could have been dangerous. Here is Little Soldiers with possession. Romney can't find, well, does find Harrigan. She boots the ball upfield and it's what cut out there. Here is Richardson now. Richardson pushes it upfield. She has acres of space. And again, it looks like Benashi doing good work there again. Good defensive work. Here is Zelia Harrigan. She boots the ball upfield. Finds that of Romney. Romney finds Connor. Connor back to Romney. Here is Romney. She's been hounded there by the defense there for the youngsters. Eventually, Connor comes back and helping the area, but just turning the wrong way. Well, almost looked like that ball was going the wrong way, but the Little Soldiers picking up a throw-in there. And so far, they have looked a little bit more on the aggressive side of things. So kind of almost in the judge a foul throw. Here is Connor again. She pushes the ball downfield. Romney trying to run on to it. Isa does recovers possession now and it pushes the ball upfield here. Well, not a good pass there at all. Lamara Harrigan, she has space, blocked the shot, and eventually the ball cleared away there by Richardson Fleming. Daniel Connor picks up position. She finds Zelia Rogers. She's trying to drive forward. Again, cleared away. This time, it's the youngsters. She's looking for players on the inside, but only 3 defenders there for the Little Soldiers. And poor clearance there from Casilda. Again, the youngsters coming away with it. Ball pushed across goal. There's no youngsters players there. And Zelia Harrigan had lots of time and space. Just maybe looking to see if a player was on that side. And eventually, no one in the vicinity of the pass. And it goes out for a throw-in. So the youngsters certainly might want to think about getting more players going forward. When they're trying to mount an attack, there's not enough runners in scoring position. Absolutely, here's the throw taken. A player gets around the defense there, but again, the ball has been cut out. Throw in. See a throw taken quickly. Carries here Benjamin, gets around the defense there, but Ball goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper there, Casilda Thomas in goal. Boots the ball upfield, headed away. Richardson. Here is Benjamin. Picks up position now. Is in a threatening position, the youngsters. But she goes away from goal, loses the ball, and coming over with it, it's the Rogers. Still the little soldiers with position. Still, Rogers now finds the ball. She looks up, trying to find Connor, but does so eventually. Here is Connor. Daniel Connor cuts inside nicely. Daniel Connor still with some space. Daniel Connor coming across goal and losing out there to Shaquila Romney. She boots the ball upfield. Sharis comes wide, and that player there was in an offside position before the pass was sent to her, and rightly so. She's been adjudged to have been offside. 60 minutes. We're going to see another substitute, the youngsters this time. Well, hopefully we're going to see two substitutes. Number 15. Brooks. Tamia Brooks goes off. And we're going to see is a substitute there for the little soldiers. Here's Romney, boots the ball upfield. Shaquila Romney, that is. And Michaela Romney can't control. It's going to be a throw-in. Mara Harrigan boots the ball upfield. Shaquila Romney. Well, good pass in the end. Here we see. We'll see whether these two substitutes can effect some drive into both teams and see whether or not we'll get more attacks and more shots on goal. There's been very few and far in between from both teams. There's a lot of playing and a lot of ball position in midfield and some areas of the attacking third, but none of the teams has been able to really get a shot off that would cause any worries or any trouble to any one of the goalkeepers so far in goal. It's little soldiers with position now. Here is Sharis. Good pass, Sharis. A good pass. This could be dangerous. But coming across again, Benassi was coming across speedily, and team shot in the end. That's not going to cause any trouble for Casilda Gums in goal at all. Again, the youngsters trying to mount an attack, but cut out there again, booted upfield. Allowing the ball to bounce there was Lamara Harrigan, loses out, but gaining position again. Here's Richardson. She looks wide. Well, she misses a chance to go wide and dispossessed there. Is Shaquila Romney now. She tries to boot the ball upfield, but not been a low pass again. Eventually, or whether that was a shot or a pass, not too sure. but the goalkeeper had no problems collecting. Here's Fleming, Richardson Fleming, having not having thing, and it's going to be another substitute. So ringing the substitute is Kareem Boris so far. Here is the youngsters. Ball cleared away on the far side. Picked up there by the little soldiers. But Richardson Fleming boots the ball upfield. And here's a good move here. Nice ball pushed through. Here's K. Well, that's K. Benjamin. Just picks the ball up now. And comes back softly. Good defensive work there again. Maybe just a little late in playing the ball. There was the youngsters player. And it's going to be a throw in there to the little soldiers. Here's the ball is booted upfield by number 24 player there. The little soldiers coming through. Ball being pushed through. And a heavy touch is certainly going to take it into the hand of Esther Ward, who always seems to ball in booted upfield, headed back. Romney clears the danger. Heading into the 66th minute as we see a player goes down there, maybe just picking up a knock from that clearance, that kick. And so plays up now. What I can tell you though, it's football continues at the Raymond E. Gishad Technical Center, which is this coming Friday. We will see the Eagles Club versus Docks United, and then it will be Attackers versus Diamonds. But the match we're bringing to you here is the Little Soldiers versus the Youngsters. Little Soldiers in the red. If you just joined us, the Youngsters in orange, dispossessed there. Here is Sharice Richardson, but she's good move from Amara Harrigan in the end, but she's been dispossessed there. Here is the player there. That ball probably maybe just catching her a bit in the midriff, knocking her win out. But here is the Little Soldiers, and eventually trying to move the play forward. Ball end up into touch for a throw-in. Harrigan can't find one of the players. Lamara Harrigan loses out to Sharice Richardson. K cuts inside. Still K. But in the end, it's an infringement there. Hard says. So this one is petering out. What we can say to a tame draw so far. We're into the 69th minute of play. The time is ticking and winding down. Here's Romney. Boots the ball up the pitch. Here is Sharice Richardson trying to run on to that free kick and cleared away in the end by Benassi. for a corner kick. All this time, Sharice is over the ball, and something that I thought she should have been doing since from ball one. Okay, she kicks the ball very well. Corner kick taken, partially cleared. Well, the player waiting for the ball to go over the goal line, but good defensive work there. Throwing taken quickly. Here is a cross coming through. Harrigan clears away. Here is Daniel Connor. Can't beat Isa. Here is Isa again. Well, she loses out. Was that Romney? Well, Shaquille Romney clears the ball upfield. And that's almost an infringement there, but Hardenhard sees nothing wrong with that. Here is Connor. Connor again. Connor. She's been pushed off the ball up there. Here is Zelia Harrigan. Zelia Harrigan goes to Lamara Harrigan, trying to get past the defense there. She's been pushed back. Zelia Harrigan picks up again, but given away there to the youngsters. The youngsters mounting an attack. The ball's been pushed upfield. Maybe just a little bit too hard there for the striker, Casilda. Casilda, well, she almost made a meal of it, actually. Eventually clearing it, tamely. The player runs onto it now. And she's been pushed back. The defense there for the little soldiers. And eventually the ball goes over the goal line, and it's going to be a corner kick. We've gone past the 71st minute of play, so less than 20 minutes to go. Lots of sports action in the air. We're looking at a match today. The championship race there in England has even gotten a lot better for the Manchester City team. They really sounded beaten the team leading Arsenal 4-1. Here is a corner kick taken, a shot, but cleared away. Again, picking up position is the Little Soldiers. Here is Little Soldiers going to cross, and eventually the ball's been put over the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick this time to the Little Soldiers. Here's Benassi, cuts inside. Good pass there, finds Michaela Romney. Michaela Romney pushes the ball inside. Again, good aggressive move there in the part of the Little Soldiers, but thwarted. Here is Rogers. Daniel Connor cuts the ball inside. Good pass there, but maybe just overhitting it a bit there and taking it into the path there of the defense. Here is the Little Soldiers again. This time we've got two players on the inside, and eventually Shari Richardson picks up the clearance. Kay Benjamin. Well, she's been hounded and she's been pushed, and eventually Van Persie said, well, I've had enough of that, and it's going to be a free kick there to the youngsters. '74th minute of play, still 0-0. The ball's been booted upfield again. Not getting enough lift there is Romney to get the distance as she would like. This is number 24 player, substitute coming on. And it's going to be a throw in there to the youngsters. Sorry, the little soldiers, who has played a good match so far. From the last time I saw them last year, it was a bit all over the place, but this time they've looked a little bit more compact and as if they were actually on the training pitch. And they've been holding good so far. Lamara Harrigan pushes it to find Daniel, can't control. Again, an infringement there this time. Romney saying, "What did you see there, Mr. Van Persie?" It was two players going for the ball. And Van Persie says, "Well, it's an infringement." So it's a free kick to the little soldiers. We've just gone past 3/4 of this match so far into the 76th minute of play, and we're still yet to see a goal. And the free kick, shot and goal, headed away there by Romney nicely. Benjamin picks up. Still with Benjamin, but she's dribbling in the wrong, going in the wrong way. Does good work, gets around the Michaela Romney. Again, there's a block there. Zelia Harrigan. Here is Romney. Pass coming to Daniel Connor, trying to gain position, but Benjamin, too diminutive player. Again, I guess two diminutive players there fighting it out, and in the end, number 2 in Daniel Connor, the more aggressive one, K, picking up a free kick. We must say a good opening crowd in to witness this one, this opening match here this evening, the female division. And again, not getting the height and the distance she would like Romney. She does control now. And we just a little bit discussed with herself. She's given that away for a throw-in. Della Harrigan with the throw, and the cross coming in was finding Shari's Richardson. Here is Amara Harrigan trying to find Daniel Connor, but the ball has been cut out. And again, pushed up field. This time, Rogers can't get onto it. And just get to it now. Rogers cuts the ball inside. Connor picking up, and Rogers, good walk there, keeping it in play, but can't cross to effect any opportunities on goal, and it's going to be a goal kick. We're fastly approaching the 80th minute of play. We're into the 78th minute of play, and it's still yet to see a goal, still yet to see any spectacular save. Romney boots the ball over, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Eventually, it was cleared away there by Romney. Dispossessed there. Winning back position is the little soldiers, and eventually the ball goes across the touchline for throwing. throw taken. Again, trying to push the ball forward, but cleared away. Good defensive work there by the little soldiers. And just taking her time with the possession now. The little soldiers cuts inside. Connor picks the ball up. She looks up and goes back. So they swinging some passes together. Here is Connor. Here is Connor. Cuts inside, but stripped there again. Richardson Fleming doing good defensive work there. And the ball goes out. And it's going to be another substitute there for the youngsters. This time, it looks as though Sharice Richardson, she's leaving the pitch. And again, here's a shot. And Esther Ward, as always, she always throws herself to the ground to smother. And maybe she might want to use the left foot to boot that ball upfield because she's actually favoring that right leg, that right knee, and not clearing properly. But in the meantime, here's the youngsters mounting an attack after the change. The ball is being pushed through. This could be dangerous, but well, can't get a shot off. Ball rolls into the hands of Castillo, boots the ball upfield. Lamara Harrigan can't control. She does regain possession now. She's been bundled off a bit, and referee's right in the vicinity and saying, well, play, keep on playing. Here is the youngsters stripped there, but winning back possession. The youngsters on the charge. Again, meeting stout defense there by the little soldiers. Ball is still in play. Youngsters looking to find players, looking to see whether or not they can get on the score sheet, but defending stoutly. They again, the little soldiers gaining possession and pushing forward to see whether or not they can at least get this deadlock broken. But again, thwarted there. Romney booting the ball upfield, and it's going to be a throw-in. We've got just a little under 8 minutes to play, and certainly sure we won't see that much injury time because the play has been flowing smoothly, very fluid. Here is a good move upfield there by the youngsters player, but the little soldiers defend their number 24 right in the area in Hughes. Puts it into touch for a throw-in. Here is Kay. She boots the ball inside. Can't control there. Ball been collected and booted upfield. Romney just not taking any chance, just dumping it over. Therefore, all rushing and strikers to get onto, but coming away with possession is the little soldiers. Again, regaining position. The youngsters on the attack. The youngsters on the attack on the left side of the attacking third. But she can't get past the defense there. Does boots the ball and field. And good turn, good movement there by the little soldiers. That looks like Amara Harrigan. She eventually boots the ball upfield in disgust. And here's Delia Harrigan running onto it now. Does get past Romney and Fainty shot on goal. Esther Ward clears. Again, she boots the ball with that favored right foot of hers. And every time she kicks the ball up, she gives a limp. So here is a little soldier, sound the mountain attack, but the ball has been cleared away there. Little soldiers again picks up position into the 85th minute of play. Good pass on the inside, but cut out there. Living dangerously is the youngsters. They have to make sure that they can keep this score line as is if they would want to get something out of this game. The end of the 85th minute. It's going to be a throw-in. And so the little soldiers, just saw a bit of pressure there, the youngsters from the little soldiers as they look to see if they can break this tying, this knot up here where it's 0-0. We've played almost the entire 90 minutes. So taken quickly. Shot on goal. Again, one. Almost every time she touched the ball, she touched the carpet as well. He's about the ball upfield. Daniel Connor picks up position. She pushes to the left side. Ball's been pushed on the inside, but cleared away there. Why the defense there for the youngsters, not taking any chances, absolutely. Into the 87th minute of play. Into the 87th minute of play in this opening match here of the 2023 male season. It's the youngsters and the little soldiers all square here. Here is the youngsters, boosts the ball on the inside on Daniel Connor, picks up. Again, good move there from Harrigan. This is Zelia, and that's an infringement there. Yes. Well, I'm not too sure why the whistle was not blown, but certainly a foul there, if you ask me. And that looks like Romney. Yeah, but she gets up very quickly, and that's good. Anxious to see what the call is, but I'm certainly sure that was that should have been an infringement there. But it's a throw-in instead, so taken quickly and headed away for a corner kick into the 88th minute of play. Still 0-0 between these two teams in the opening match of the season for the opening match of the season for the female 2023 tournament. And watch favorable crowd, if you ask me, in midweek. There's a corner kick taken, cleared away there. And eventually goes out for a goal kick. We are almost at the end in the 90th into the 89th minute of play. What's happening here? This is the corner kick again. Is that ball took a ricochet? Not too sure, but thought the player would have kicked that ball cleanly outside. Here's a short corner kick taken. She's been pushed off of it. The ball's been booted upfield now. But Daniel Connor, who has had some energy, cuts now, finds Hughes. Ball blocked there, and offside. Into the 90th minute, that is, 90th minute, and it's still all square here, and it appears that this one is going to end in a team draw and a point for each team. There's two players jostling and fighting for it. Hughes does good work now, but pass goes out. So taken, Connor. It's going to be another throw in again, and so taken quickly. Ball's been booted upfield there by Harrigan. Daniel Connor picks up position, and ball's been booted upfield. We're into the first minute of added time, and it's the youngsters coming away with it. Hughes blocked. Romney picks up position. Here is the little soldiers. Lamara Harrigan boots the ball on the inside. This is going to be the final shot, and a good defense there from the youngsters, clearing the ball away, and eventually Isa just skewing the passer just a bit, and allowing possession to be gained there by the little soldiers again. But again, good defensive work there by the youngsters. And here, back upfield, back and forth, a bit of ping pong play here. Again, maybe just waiting for the final whistle. And it is still 0-0, waiting for the final whistle. Here is the youngsters trying to mount an attack. Caselda picks up. That might probably be the final straw of the draw. Didn't see how much added time was on. I'm not too sure where they did get this amount of added time from, because no player been really down and treated, and so far. But we are into the 3rd minute of extra time. Here is the youngsters mounting an attack at the end of this encounter. And again, good defending there for the little soldiers. Is going to be a throw-in, I think, for the youngsters deep into the attacking third. And there you have it, the opening encounter. After 90 minutes of play, it's all squared here at a point of piece for these two teams to get their season started at 0-0 after 90 minutes. So good game, not real attacking efforts from both teams. We did see quite a number of opportunities, but maybe just not enough shots on goal. And honors even. I think both teams actually deserve a point because they did play it well in sports. And so that's where we're going to end this encounter as the music blaze. And
We see a trophy down there on the Colin Johnson. There, the technical director, to show a trophy down there, and who will be given that, whether it's the player of the match. It appears as though Romney. Yes. So Shaquila Romney, the player of the match. The player of the match, Shaquila Romney, and she did have a really stout game there in defense as well. I thought Ben Nassi had an equal opportunity as well to at least gain player of the match as well. She had a good game in the back, but Shaquila Romney is adjudged to be the player of the match for this first opening encounter in the female division. On behalf of AI Live coverage, this is Tony Fleming, your commentator, taking you back to Master Control and letting you know that you can join us this coming Friday when we head to the male division for more live football action. Until then, have yourself a pleasant good evening.